For the next verse, which is the first solo verse of Ike Turner's Guitar Rag, he leads into it with the phrase like this. And what he's doing is he's got this double stop on the 12th fret, which is really over the E. It is over the E first position blues box. And he's just playing kind of over the F-shaped version of that chord. So he's got his first finger on the 12th fret, first and second string, and he's going with his ring finger to the 14th fret, and then off. That's the first little lick. So it's like this. And then back to that double stop. Like that. Back to the 14th fret of the second string. And then he goes here. Something like this. And he's bending the third string between the 9th and the 11th fret. And this is E scale. You've got your first position blues box here, and then you've got an E scale here with that bend there. So he's just moving to a different E scale, which is kind of cool. B.B. King would do that, and other guys would do that too. So that first part, and then he does a similar lick where he's going to bend on the second fret, second string at the 14th fret, and wind up on the 12th fret of the second string. So that whole first part of the solo. And then he's going to go into this monster Ike Turner lick. Which is one of the coolest licks ever. And he leads into it with a similar lick from the 12th fret, double stop, to the 14th fret of the second string. And then this lick that he does 3 different times throughout the song, he's got his first finger anchored, sounds to me like still on the 12th fret, first and second strings. And then on the first string, he's going to go 15 to 12, 14 to 12. And that's the lick. But he just does it super fast. It's hard to think about it and play it. And they do something like this, where he's going. I don't think he's doing a double stop. Sounds like he's getting the 15th fret of the first string with that first finger still anchored. And then the double stop, 15th fret of the second string. Then he's going to do this bend. And then a bend there. So the first bend, he's bending the second string between the 12th and the 14th frets. And he's still got that first finger anchored as a bar on the first and second string. Because when he picks the bend, he's also going to get the first string. And then he's going to get the 12th fret of the first string. He does that twice. Like that. So it's like... And then he does this bend on the third string, where he's bending between the 12th and the 14th fret. Something like that. So it's like this. I think that's it. So he's bending, then going to the 12th fret of the third string, 12, 14, 12 on the third string, and then 14th fret of the fifth string. That's not exactly note for note. I'm trying to remember this. I don't have the tab with me, but when you check the tab, I have it tabbed out. So the whole solo verse goes something like this. first verse. That's kind of clumsy. It's kind of hard to play it without a backing track and get in the rhythm, but what I'm trying to do is just show you what he's playing. So he's playing mostly over the first position blues box with that little bend in there out of that other scale. That's kind of out of the A-shaped E scale there. It's another solo verse, and he's going to kick right into the next solo, and he's playing again over this first position blues box. He does something like this. Starts out with that lick, and then he's going to do. That's the next phrase, and then he's going to go back into this. And then he's going to do another little phrase to end it up. So let's just kind of walk through this one by one. So the first lick, he finishes the previous verse. He starts out with a band, and it sounds like he's getting both the first and second strings, but he's bending mainly the second string at the 15th fret. First finger is anchored on the 12th fret. Something like that. Bending it, and then he gets maybe the first string, 12th fret, and then he's going to bend on the third string between the 12th and the 14th frets. Something like that. And then he's going to go back to that bend. Something like that. And he's going to go. So this bend, he's bending up on the second string and then getting the 12th fret of the first string. Then he's going to bend the third string again. He's going to get the double stop at the 12th fret. And then bend up again on the third string. And it's hard to tell if he's got two strings he's getting there or just one. He's playing so loud, and you know, from what I know about Ike Turner's playing, he's probably doing a combination of both. Getting one note sometimes, two notes other times, just whatever he's doing there. Then he goes back into this lick. Does that again. So he does it the same way through. And then right there, he stops. Solo, he kind of cuts this off. And he does this. Something like that. The timing is different. You could play it straight through and just do. And he stops there. You can keep going a couple more times and then. Play something like that, but he does it differently. So let's get the licks first. You got this bend, which we've done, and then he's going to do this one, where he's bending the third string at the 14th fret with his first finger now on the 12th fret of the second string. So the whole lick sounds like. And that's the way he plays it on the recording, which is a little different timing. If you want to play it, you can find a way to make it fit while keeping this going. Not sure exactly, you'd have to listen to that a bunch of times. So you listen to it, but that's what he's playing. Then for the next part, he goes back to the bass. Whoops, he does this. Do it again. And then after he finishes the second solo, he goes back to the bass run again, the boogie bass. But he starts it out differently. He starts it out like this. Then to the beat. And then back into the next part. So what he's doing that same lick he did earlier. But he's starting the solo with that. It's in E. It's played over the E chord. Then when he gets to the B, you can do the bend or go between the 7th and the 6th. He's going back to that boogie. But he does it it differently. When he gets ready to go to the A, he's going to go to the 4th fret of the 6th string. This is a subtle difference that I hear when I listen to it. So he does this. And then to the A. Something like that with the E chord. So let's play that whole boogie pattern again. And check the tab. I've got it tabbed out. It's pretty similar to the first time around, but a little different. A couple variations in there. And then into the next part of the song. He winds up the boogie bass like this. And then he does this. So he's playing the melody a little differently, entirely on the first strings with a couple variations. So he starts out with this lick where he's going open second to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, open first, and then sliding from the 2nd to the 4th on the 1st string. Something like that. So he's going to go this time to the 7th fret of the 1st string. And then, like that, 3rd fret. So he gets to that part. Let's do the whole thing slowly. And then he does this. When he's coming back down, kind of changes the picking. Open 1st string, 2nd fret of the 2nd string, open 1st fret of the 3rd string, and then the E chord. He gets the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then the E chord. So let's do that one more time. Close on that. You got to listen to the original and get that. Then he's going to go back to the chorus part. Whoops. So it's 4th fret, 2nd to the 4th on the 1st string. Then that slide from the 5th, 2nd, and open. So let's do this again. Then the F sharp to the B, and then back to the E. So let's play that whole part again. One more time. Takes us to the very last verse, which is one more solo verse. Ike Turner's guitar rag. He goes into this double stop thing. He's probably using his whammy bar. I don't have my whammy bar on my strap. My teenage son was using it, and I don't know where he put it. I'll have to search for it. So I'm going to go without the whammy bar. And he starts out the last verse something like this, like this. And he's doing these licks between the 12th fret, double stop on the first and second strings, and then this double stop with his pinky on the 15th fret of the first string, second finger on the 14th fret of the second string. So it's like this. And then he does this band with the first and second strings at the 14th fret. Really kind of odd. That's what I'm hearing. So it's something like that. So let's try the whole thing. This isn't note for note. This is just kind of the idea. And then he's going to go into this one more time. Something like that. So he's going to do the double stop with the 15th fret and the 14th fret, and then to the 12th fret. On the 12th fret, first and second strings. Then he's going to go to the 14th fret of the second string. And then he's going to go back down here between the 9th and 11th frets and do one last bend there. So it's like this. Then he wraps it up, something like that. And it sounds like he's just going from the 12th to the 13th fret of the third string, maybe to the 12th fret of the second string, and then twice on that E shape again. So that whole last part, let's do kind of a simple version of that last solo. I'm not getting this note for note, but I'm pretty close. Same licks. So he starts out. Something like there at the end. So that is the last part. That last part. Like, I don't think I played that right. Closer, right there. So I'm just kind of messing around with that. But that is the end part. So there are all the verses of Ike Turner's Guitar Rag. If I don't have them played exactly right, I'm in the right part and I'm playing the right notes for most of it. And if you check the tab, I went through the song a couple times, several times, and tried to figure everything out note for note. So there is a version of the instrumental Steel Guitar Rag by Ike Turner. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. And again, the purpose of these videos is just try to show you where some of these licks are being played. If you want to play the song note for note, you know, go for it. But these instrumentals, there's a lot of great ideas in these instrumentals that you can take and apply to your own playing, solo playing, improvising solos, and even creating some instrumentals of your own using a lot of these things that you find in these instrumental songs. So there's a redo of Ike Turner's Steel Guitar Rag, and I have a new updated tab that will go with that. And I will continue to update my older videos, and I'm going to try to have most of them updated by the summer of 2017. See you again soon.